In 1859, during the Second War of Italian Independence, the Allied French and Sardinian army defeated the Austrian army during the Battle of Solferino. It was around this time that a Swiss businessman named Henry Dunant was visiting a nearby town for unrelated land matters. Dunant walked through the battlefield in the aftermath of Solferino. Dunant recalled what he saw in his book A Memory of Solferino, where he described the severe lack of medical support to the men who were wounded in battle. He wrote, "Some who had gaping wounds already beginning to show infection were almost crazed with suffering. They begged to be put out of their misery." These harrowing scenes prompted Dunant to devote the rest of his life setting up the now renowned International Committee of the Red Cross, which would be deployed to battlefields across the world and provide medical assistance and relief to wounded soldiers. And then, in 1864, 5 years after witnessing the horrors in Solferino, Dunant successfully persuaded major European states to ratify the first ever Geneva Convention. The Geneva Convention defined broad rules on the wounded and sick in armed conflict. However, after the shock of both world wars, it was clear earlier conventions did not go far enough and were easy to violate, as was demonstrated by the Nazi-run concentration camps. And so in 1949, 3 more Geneva Conventions were finalised, all of which would either amend or replace earlier conventions. GC1 deals with soldiers in an armed conflict. GC2 deals with soldiers and shipwrecked members out at sea. GC3 deals with prisoners of war, or POWs for short. And GC4 deals with the protection of civilians. There were also 3 additional protocols added to the conventions, 2 in 1977 and 1 very recently in 2005. The Geneva Conventions have been signed and ratified by 196 countries around the world, and they have laid the foundation for the development of international humanitarian law to this day.